Hey, hello, and welcome to the Lego stream. I am Father Roderick, and I'm building Hogwarts Castle. And I've been doing that over the past few weeks, and I still have quite a bit of work ahead of me. And I've decided to stream this on YouTube, on Facebook. It's perhaps not the most riveting visual content, but it's also an occasion for us to chat and for me to answer your questions or comment or just have random conversations. So let me switch to the Lego cam, which is this one. Here we see the part of the castle that has been completed so far. And apparently there is no audio. So let me see if I can fix that. That's weird because I am carrying this. Let me see. So, am I the only one who is not hearing? No, it actually should work. It should work. There should be audio. I'm typing this in but I can't really tell. Okay, yes, there is audio. Hooray! I don't know I didn't change anything, so must be on Rick's side. Rick was saying, no audio. So I have new bags and very exciting, my spare pieces. I had a few pieces missing a few weeks ago, so I told the manufacturer, and they sent me these extra ones. I don't know if you can see them. Here we go. Those ones were missing, and so I took them from a later stage in the build. But then I feared that if I was going to build the tower, I'd still be stuck. Hey, we have some more people visiting right now. We have Ingo and Kelvin from Arizona. He can hear me fine, so that's good. Right, let's open these. Let's open these bags and get started, because this is another interesting step, I think. I'm going to switch all the way to the full screen camera here so you can see what I'm doing. Moving the castle a bit towards me so I can put the ingredients for this step right here. Let's start with this one. This is all small stuff, so I think a lot of it is probably just decoration, which is fun because it will make the whole castle look nicer. It is also, the downside is that you won't see much change in the actual build. Rick says it's snowing where he lives. Wow. Over here we're going to have springtime weather this week. Today it was actually already nice. The sun was shining. But temperatures will rise quite a bit. And I cannot say that I am sad about that, because I am longing for springtime. Ingo wants to know, what is the spiritual aspect in building with Lego? Well, I can name a few of them. For instance, it helps you be patient, because it takes a lot of time. It also requires you to focus. And so it's a bit of a meditative activity. It's like painting icons or, gardening, walking outside. There are many of these activities that don't really require you to do anything but to follow the process. And that in itself is good. But I think the most important one is, this is in a way, it's a creative process. And creation is something that we do because we're created in the likeness of God. And God, the Holy Spirit, is a creator. So you could, in a certain way, you could say that God is a builder. He built us, He built the world, He built everything that exists. And so, in many ways, I think whenever we do something creative, we are participating in what God does all the time, and we are mirroring something that God is. Creative work in itself is not useful. Building a Lego castle is not useful. It has no purpose. It doesn't help anyone. But that is the essence of creativity. An artist, a musician can play music, but it doesn't really add anything to the world than enjoyment or beauty. And so, building this castle in a certain way, it's creating something that is beautiful, has no purpose. And that in itself, I think, is an important value to put that in your life, to not always just only do the things that are useful, but also do the things that give you joy, that are that express beauty, that it's a participation in God's creation. That would be my answer to your question. Off the cuff, of course. All right, we have all the ingredients here in front of us, and I'm just going to follow the steps, and there are many small steps. First of all, I'm going to turn the castle around so that I have good access to it. That gets trickier all the time, especially now that the build is going bigger, is getting bigger. Yeah, you're welcome. I get asked this quite often, actually, this question. And Vincent also says it's like the building bricks of faith. You never know how God combines things and people. That is also something. You never know who's watching this. Sometimes I get people that tell me that they found my shows because of this common interest in Legos or Star Wars or whatever. And oftentimes I get criticized. Well, why should a priest, maybe your hobby, but don't advertise it, and it's as if you have nothing else to do. But for many people, and I have countless examples of that, you speak a common language with people that otherwise would have never spoken with a priest or, gotten into contact. And now that we have this common language, they do. So even from that perspective, and then of course they sometimes will check out the other stuff that I do. So there are many reasons for me to do this, but of course the most important reason is just that I like doing something else than just working, and if I do, I like to share that. All right, we need 11 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And it helps people accept themselves as geeks, yes. Especially people like me that often feel a bit guilty of being geeks or have been coerced into feeling guilty because, exactly for that purpose. It was not useful. So it was a bit ridiculed. Don't you have anything else to do? Like a common theme. Alrighty, I can't really show you what I'm doing because the camera is just watching. Let me up that a little bit so at least you can see the part that I'm adding to. Alright, this gets trickier camera-wise, but we'll manage. This one here. And then we're going to build a ledge here. Embrace your inner geek. and there's even, I think, spiritual value in wasting time. In doing things that have no purpose whatsoever, but to accept or to grow in the experience that life is about more than doing things that are of economical value or societal value. Wasting time is also letting go of your own importance. The world does not depend on me, nor does God. And so wasting time is also kind of letting go of your own self-importance. That too is a spiritual value, I think. I should write this stuff down. Oh well. There we go. So we're still building on to the Great Hall, the big space in the castle where the children are eating, and they will also sometimes receive lessons. The jewels, the wizarding jewels, are done sometimes in the Great Hall, like the time that Harry Potter was fighting Malfoy. It's one of the most visually recognizable places in the castle. All right, we're almost there. I've got a few pieces left. And these go here. And one more. Right there. Okay, that was easy. Next step. We take one of these. We take another one of this. No, actually two. You gotta count really well. Because if you skip even the smallest of pieces, it will cause trouble further down the road. We got this one and two brown ones. Okay. I have to combine light and a light one and a darker one. I can do that, I think. Yes. And also these two. There we go. I actually wanted to build over the weekend, but then I was so exhausted. It was such a busy weekend. For most people, the weekend is when they relax and they gather strength. And unfortunately for priests, it's often the opposite. It is one of the most draining couple of days that I know. And I don't really know how to improve that situation. Just very demanding, and now we have 15 churches, 2 parishes combined, and it means that on Sundays, every time I have different people in front of me, in different situations, and it requires so much adaptation and flexibility, creatively. It is it's a pretty daunting task. All right, now we get a lot of fun little elements here. Gray. We're going to build another little tower. Love that. That is, if I can find this one circular element. I do think I need this. That's a little. Okay, is that white or what? What color is that? No, it can't be white. It's got to be another color. Okay, we have a green element. That's the first time we use green. And purple, which is also a first. Interesting. So I assume this is going to be on the inside. It does not look like a color that we've seen around Hogwarts. And then 6 stone elements. These are nice too. These have like pre-printed stones on them. So it's definitely decoration. And I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one more, I think. Should be a 6th one somewhere. There you go. 6. All right, I still need... Oh, here it is. It was hiding underneath this element, this tower element, and I was looking for this one. So we found it. That means we have everything for our little tower, which I'm going to build on this side of the castle so you can't see what I'm doing. But I'll show you in a second. We have green, purple, green. That is topped by light gray. And that in itself gets another circular rooftop. And then we get our first spike on top of that. That looks amazing. So I just built this tiny little tower. And that is going to be on top of this other bigger tower that is on the other side of the building. Again, something you can't see. And I really wonder how they are going to hide this ugly purple thing. Now, I do need to place the stones. That is something that you will be able to see, which means we put this one here. We're still going up with this Great Hall, taller and taller. And as I explained in the previous episode, we will ultimately only build this side of the castle. This will stay open because it is kind of like a dollhouse in a certain way. You can look inside and look at the various scenes that they've created that mimic some of the stories in the Harry Potter saga. All right, I'm going to put this one here. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Well, that was step 240. Now, a small step, but we're going to finish this little tower. I see what they're going to do. 1, 2, 3. Plus a tile. And what color is that? It looks brown. Yes, it is. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. And this tower. Oh, wow, check it out. This is cool. Am I able to show you this? Yeah, I want to show you this step. Hold on. Let me first do, we're going to build a small balcony, or something that looks like a balcony here, on this side of the wall. That I can show you. Let me turn that slightly towards the camera. So we're going to kind of prettify this. Is that a word, to prettify? So I'm going to put 2 here. Oh, actually, wait. Let's first do these. It's a bit small. You need small hands for this. Small fingers, I would say. It's kind of part of the small details of this set, which is something I appreciate tremendously. All right. Kind of still feels a bit wonky. Can't put too much pressure on it because otherwise it will break. But this is definitely a balcony. Or perhaps there used to be a balcony there and a window, but they kind of closed the window later on. Who knows? Or it could be the support for something that we will see later. I have no idea. I should check the movie to see what this part actually represents. Kind of hard to tell. But I like the detail, the checkered colors here. Very, very pretty. Now let me show you the way we're going to build this small tower on this side. So we have this tower here. And then you've got the ugly purple, green, purple thing, or green, purple, green. But that's going to be hidden by this element that we're going to put over it. And look how beautiful this is. Perfect. And this totally fits. And so, looks amazing. Right. Now we're going to do, we're going to build something on top of the balcony. Good. I already thought something was going to be added there. It's a small build. We need 3 of these. 2 lantern pieces. I'll call them lantern pieces. They kind of look like lanterns. 2 brown squares and 2 of these beige lanterns, plus these kind of traffic light type stones. These look like pedestrian traffic lights to me. I'm just making up these names. I have no idea what they're really called. Okay. First, we add 1 and this one. There we go. Another gray flat stone on top of that. That looks good enough to me. Another one. Interesting. I don't know what this is going to be. The lanterns on both sides here, facing outward. I think this is going to be an inner structure, and usually when they use stones like this, it means that something is going on top of this. So probably something decorative. Can't wait to see what they're coming up with. And then we place these here. It's another interesting trick, I guess. This is just a technique. Lego has a lot of these little tricks that help them attach things that you at first think that's physically impossible to do that with Lego. And then it turns out they have all these little tricks to do the impossible. So here we go. We've got this structure, which is then going to be placed right here. So on top of this balcony thing, whatever it is. It could also be a chimney, now that I think of it. I have no idea. All right. We're going to do even more decorative stuff. 1, 2, 1 more. This one. There we go. Plus a dark brown. This one. So this is interesting for Rick, perhaps. I may have found a solution for my translation problem. In my podcast, I talked about my desire to share some of my Dutch productions with an international audience. But then, of course, if I do that, I need to translate all the voiceovers, everything basically that's spoken in Dutch. And that, of course, is a very time-consuming activity. So, for instance, last year we made a pilgrimage, and Rick was part of that, to Rome and Assisi, and I made a television episode about that, but I just never got around translating that episode into English for the participants to the pilgrimage. And so I since I talked about that the other day on the show, I got an email from someone who is actually working as a professional translator and is willing to do that for free. So to take one of those Dutch episodes and to translate the text for me so that I could just kind of record the voiceover and place it over the already existing edit, which of course would save me a tremendous amount of time. All right, just as I expected, this is going to be the support for something pretty. and that is more stained glass windows. Kind of makes sense because on the other side of the wall you can see windows. This is the wall. Behind this wall are the seats of the professors. So of course they want to have light on their tables, and that is what we are going to build right now. So we're going to do another one of those really nice stained glass windows builds. One of the prime features, I think, of this set, because it's really lovely the way they do this. And I don't think I've ever seen stained glass windows in any Lego sets before. Plus I like transparent Lego. 1, 2, oh actually 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right, I'm just going to put that right here. There we go. Plus 2 transparent ones, 2 yellow ones. So basically any transparent stone that I have is going to be involved in this build. Kind of makes sense. So, first of all, we make 2 identical stained glass windows, which consist of a small light blue element and a yellow element. And on top of that yellow element, we place this second grill window pane or whatever it is. And then we add a red one. On top of the red one, we put another one of these holders, and then we'll top it off with a blue, dark blue window. Here we go. This is one side of the stained glass window. That looks really crappy. And then this is the other side. And when light shines through it, it really gives the illusion of stained glass windows. We're going to duplicate this one. Make another one. Yellow. Red. We go, and blue. So Rick says, I would love to an English documentary of your pilgrimage. Yes, well, that is exactly what I hope to provide you with once we have that set up with the translator. And since you're featuring heavily in that episode in the documentary, may be fun to see it. And it was a beautiful trip. And it really turned out nicely, the entire documentary. I'm currently editing an episode based on footage that I shot in France. It's a bit of a hack because I had to produce a quick episode and I just didn't have time to go out filming, so I just looked in my archives to see if I had any kind of material, spare material left, archival material that I've never used. So I found some video material that I shot during one of my vacations with 3 other priests, and that was filmed a long time ago, like in 2013. I was still very young back then, but I'm just hoping that nobody will notice. I already had lost a lot of hair back then, so I'm just a little bit grayer now than I used to be. But anyway, it's really nice footage, but it is just vacation footage, so it didn't have a story. And so I've been working today, this morning, on creating kind of a narrative for that. And let me first build these windows before I get distracted. All right, let me turn the castle around. So basically, what I did was telling the story, what we were going to do in France, and that was a true story. We were just going to. Ooh, wait a minute! I'm missing something here. There's a window missing. What happened? Oh, there's another one missing. Okay, it's supposed to be like that. The story that I'm going to tell is that we were going to France on vacation, and we could stay at the palace, the episcopal palace. So the palace, the home of the bishop, and in return he asked us no money, but he wanted us to assist in the many parishes in his diocese, and that's exactly what we did. So we went to all sorts of places to celebrate Mass and to be present at sometimes also the village festivities for their patron saint, etc. And I filmed all that. So that is kind of something that a lot of people in the Netherlands have never seen. What regular parish life in France looks like, nor had we, by the way. And so we did really learn a lot of things from that experience, and that's what I'm trying to summarize in my narrative. Another downside is I just hardly have any time to produce this episode, so what I'm going to do now is, so today I kind of made an inventory of the footage that I had, and then tomorrow I'm going to write that voiceover, and then I'm going to put that in my editing program, and then just glue the images on top of it. It's kind of a super simple way of producing video, but if the narrative is good enough, if it works as a narrative, then you don't actually need to do that much image-wise. People will just see the images kind of give the atmosphere to the narrative. And while I was looking through that footage, again, I just felt like I was in France. You kind of forget the stormy weather here, and yeah, all of that was filmed in the month of June, so it's like it's beautiful. We had tremendous weather. The countryside. This was all filmed in the south of France, so in the Pyrenees, and it's absolutely gorgeous. That's the kind of stuff that I regret I've never been able to really share. Well, I did actually record vlogs back then, but I cringe when I rewatch those vlogs because I'm constantly talking in English to the camera, but it feels so forced. I was back then. I was just experimenting with vlogs, and I can just tell that I'm emulating the style that I've seen with other vloggers, but it's not my style. It's just not my style. It just doesn't fit, and so I would never record things like that anymore today. Back then, I thought it was cool, and I thought that's the way to go about YouTube. Now I regret it because I can't use that anymore. It's so stupid. It's probably also because I'm just a bit older now. I'm like, okay, those were the sins of my YouTube youth. My younger years on YouTube. All right, this window is coming together quite well. I built some more arches. 1, 2. Hey, Tony. 2, 4. Oops. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oops. Come on. 10. 1, 2, 3. 13. This is an odd number, literally. 1, 2 of these. I'll just put them here. 2 lanterns. What else do we need? And then we need arches. One connecting one, and then 2 on the sides. Oh, actually 4. There we go. This is where it all comes together, and it always works like magic. And I built these stained glass windows. So you see the windows are here. Unfortunately, that's the downside. On the other side, there is no open space. So you can't really shine light through these windows. That's a bit of a shame. Hopefully that can be solved with LED lights or something like that. I'll have to take a look, because this is it's a quite important window, actually. It's one of the main windows in the movies, but the other side it's kind of locked. Yeah, I may need to hack this build in order to improve that. But let's first just do the just follow the instructions first before we start to modify things. Right, we got 2 of these. Okay. I see. Right. We're gonna add a lot of these smaller stones. Yep. Let's first place these. I'm going to pay close attention to what I'm doing. I'll put this one here, I think. And the other one here. Okay. I guess this is what it's supposed to be. Then we're going to add 2 more of these. Right. Well, it's not a perfect fit, but good enough, I'd say. Okay, and then on top of that, we can actually build the stained glass windows. So let me show you what I'm doing. We'll take the middle one first. That one goes right here. And then we'll do the corners, which means one right here. The other one right there. There you go. See how beautiful this looks now? Gorgeous. However, 2 more, and I think I've already made a mistake. Thank you very much. Story of my life. How about that? This one here. Yep. Okay. And these ought to be like this. Yes, there we go. That's how we do it. Same here. Okay, oops. All right. Okay, that is, I think, the way it should be. So now we have also windows here with the same upper arc here. Very, very pretty. But then we need to top it off by adding smaller stones on top of these ledges. 1, 2. Rick says, I'm paying bills, I'm balancing my checkbook and other tedious tasks. It's very calming listening to this Lego build. Yeah. It's the last time I did this. Someone says it's a bit like ASMR videos. We have these calming voices. And I guess it's kind of therapeutic also for me building this after like an insane day at the office. We had such a crazy Monday with lots of things to worry about, but then, when I'm building Lego, I'm thinking all is good with the world if only for these few moments that we're building this castle. Look at how beautiful this is now. All right. move over to the next page. We're getting there. We're going to solidify this part, strengthen it structurally. I'm going to add some of these. It's kind of fun to speak English while building Lego because it challenges me to use words and to just talk about stuff that I normally don't really talk about. So it's good training for my English. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I need a total of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, Inge. And this, here we go. So, moving this away a little bit. All our pieces here. All right. I kind of have to build in reverse because I've turned the castle towards you, which means that we start with this. And this one goes here. Right? Inge the Walking Dictionary. Yeah, no kidding. Two, this one here, and then that one goes in the back. And that really closes this entire structure here. So this entire window outcropping is now much more integrated with the rest of the building. And we're going to add more of these. This is basically more decoration. We're still building up vertically, but it's all tiny, small details. We're not going very fast. Can't wait to start doing the towers. The bay window. Yeah. Kind of looks over the bay if you look at the situation of the castle in the movies. I've got one left. What about that? That one goes on the other side. Oh, and we build a bridge. That is closing another gap, adding also more structural solidity. There we go. And then it's sticker time again. I love it. Not. Okay. I think that's it. Then we need this boring plain piece, and that needs a sticker right here in the middle. Which means I have to first kind of clean it up. I'll just use my pullover for that. We'll pick the sticker. Well, that's not too hard. The only problem... Helen, hello. Good morning on Tuesday. So you're on the other side of the planet. Australia? Or New Zealand? From the future, yes. Hey, Mike. Oh, it's getting cozier and cozier. All right, let me see. This should be in the middle, and then I suppose in the center, I mean. Oops. South Australia. How's the weather? Is it cooled down a little bit since last week? Oh boy. Let me first measure the inside of this. Yeah, let's just put it this way. Looks fine to me. So now we've got a grill here. Hey, Frank. For Frank, it's the afternoon. This is like a time warp. Good morning, good afternoon. Over here it's evening. And it's like the Force. It all binds the galaxy together. Hey, Mary and Paul. Happy weekend. Now that is too much of a time warp for me. The weekend is over. Oh, I'm so glad for you guys. Some rain in the south of Australia and only expecting 20 degrees Celsius today. That must be such a relief after that insane heat you had to deal with over there. All right, we've improved the entrance now. I'll show you how beautiful this is now, with a little door here, and then we've got this behind it. Wow, it's a very classy build. I love it. Two more of these, and a bridge with another one. Okay. We're going to close this. And there we go. Mike says, I like watching the build. It reminds me of when I used to work jigsaw puzzles for hours at a time. Very relaxing. Yeah, there is a bit of it's got that same vibe. I know a lot of people that still love to do that, the puzzles. Okay. This one is going to be here. Well, don't give me any jigsaw puzzles. Nah. I have so many toys to play with already. Ah. A small sticker. Okay. All right. Interesting. That is, let me put on this one. It's a smaller version of the window. Oh, I see what this is going to be. This is a bell tower, or like a clock. A nice big clock. How nice. All right, I'm getting a little less queasy with the stickers, fortunately. I'm getting used to this. Kind of more or less works. All right, let's build that clock. Oh, this is again one of those pieces that I was missing, and that my friendly manufacturer actually sent me in the mail today. 2 extra pieces. I only needed one, but oh well. It's always good to have a spare part. Marion Paul says, did you hear that McFarlane Toys is coming out with Harry Potter and Wizarding World figure line? No, I have not heard that. That is cool. I bought a whole bunch of Star Wars figures recently. Oh, wait, the clock also needs a sticker. All right. What size are they going to be, those Harry Potter figures? There's a like a board game that came out. It's unavailable in some parts of the world. And that board game had the most amazing Harry Potter figures that I've ever seen. Unpainted, so you had to paint them yourself, but unfortunately they did like a fundraiser, like a crowdfunding for that, and they ticked off almost everyone. Okay, the clock. It's 10 past 10 on this clock, on the Harry Potter clock, which is around, it's kind of the same time it is right now. I gotta sneeze, hold on. Excuse me. Hey, Eric. Welcome to the chat. Yes, I have 4 big Star Wars figures right now. Very, very cool Sand Trooper and a Scout Trooper, like a bike scout. And Captain Phasma. And I have Poe Dameron in his pilot suit. There's one other one that is available I haven't bought yet, and that is Finn. And definitely the most boring one, because he only wears his jacket. There's not much. I mean, the stormtroopers are 100 times cooler. However, I am currently rewatching The Last Jedi, and I like it so much that I may actually still get Finn as well, because he is quite important. This is tricky. Circular sticker. Jeez Louise. Oh, jeez. Is this gonna work? I have a bad feeling about this. No, it is not. No, not good at all. Not good at all. Not good at all. Let's take it off. I don't like stickers. So stressful. Again. Like this. Something tells me this isn't right either. No, it should be more to the right. The big hand should be more to the right. I knew it. Oosh. 10 past 10 is kind of like the standard clock time for photos of clocks as well, I guess. Oh, no, it should be more to the bottom of the thing. Oh, so frustrating. Fortunately, my nails are a little bit longer now, so it's easier to get underneath. Those stickers. Let's pull on it a little bit. Like this. This is kind of almost perfect. Perfect enough. Yeah, this is good. Whew. Ugh. That looks pretty good, pretty well in the center. Yes, OCD. No, Finn is still available. It's kind of a almost pity Finn, because it's the one puppet that no one wants to buy. Poor guy. Especially the Sand Troopers were gone almost immediately, so I was really glad that I could find one. Wait a minute. Oh. What? I think I've skipped a step somewhere. Wait a minute. Oh, no, I didn't. It's just a trick. Yeah, that's correct. This is it. So the clock is now right above the entrance. Look at how beautiful that looks. Isn't it amazing? Yeah, the clock's going to be right. It's going to be right twice a day, yes. Yes, I've been to Hogwarts as well. And these figures, when I saw them, they were just $10 a piece. And they're huge. So I bought them. It was like, yeah, that's good value. I mean, they're very decorative, very beautiful. And $10 is, yes. But I thought it was just a small discount. It turns out, Captain Phasma, for instance, normally you'd pay like $40 for exactly that same puppet. So made me feel even better. All right, we're going to finish the entrance apparently. That's good. I love this. Yes, they are. They're pretty big. That's why I bought them, because when I am going to build my Star Wars room, then you need stuff that is a little bit more, has a little bit more oomph. Oh, this is going to be so pretty. Look at this. Wow. Stunning. This is the best part of the castle so far, visually. Right. Almost looks like a French style, like Renaissance. With these, especially with the gray rooftops. Oh, wow. Check this out. Isn't that amazing? Stunning. It's probably going to look even prettier. Yes, that's exactly what I thought. We're going to add on to this. Make it even better looking. One of these and 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. Plus 2 more. Exactly. All right. There we go. The thing on the left with the complicated doors is the Chamber of Secrets. This actually is the Chamber of Secrets. And this is the entrance to the Chamber of Secrets. I think this goes here. Yep. Good. To figure out where to put these. Oh, yes. These go on top of the roof. Right there. That entrance to the Chamber of Secrets is kind of a safe, almost. Good. Now we're going to build something even more complicated, with lots of tiny pieces that we need to use for that. 2 of these. 1 of these. There we go. This one. 2 of these. This one. This one. And this one. There we go. All right. I'm quite amazed at how they are guiding me through this process, because every time I gather the pieces, I'm thinking, it's going to be so complicated. And then, as long as you keep following the instructions closely, it's a bit of a puzzle, but it's never impossible. There are the occasional moments that you forget a piece, but on the whole, I gotta say this is it's not too challenging. And I think that Lego has just become very good at creating these instructions. Right. So a little upper decorative piece. Okay. What else? This one goes here. Let me show you there. We'll need another one on top of that. There we go. And a circular piece on the bottom of it for some reason. Hopefully it'll stick. It'll stay put. There you go. So we build this. And we are placing that on top of the arches here. There we go. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. We're almost done with our steps. We're almost done for today. 1, 2. Okay, and then we got these corner thingies. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus, I guess, these. I hope so. All right. First of all, we're going to put something on top of the roof. This one. This extra stone goes here. There we go. I think this entire roof is now finished. And then we're going to do the roofs on a monastery. The what is it? The cloister, whatever you call it. That's also a very interesting technique. Need another one. So apparently there are actually, these are different. I was not paying attention. Right? Yes. There we go. It is really looking good. Rick is done with this paperwork. Thanks for talking to us for a while. Well, you're welcome. Glad you were able to finish the paperwork. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to enjoy basically my pillows and bed sheets in a minute. I'm done. All right. And some more stuff here in the corner. Okay, this is a bit tricky here to reach. Wow. This is also going to look very pretty. Here. I'm amazed at how well all of this fits together. And the moment I say this, this one piece does not fit. Oh boy. Come on. Probably have to take this one out first. No! I'm destroying everything. Let's get this one back. Well, let's first do these corners. That's actually a lot easier. One. Yeah, this makes much more sense to do it this way. And this one is probably going to fit easier into this open part. And we have a fit. Well, actually, we don't have a fit. That is it's not the right word for that. It fits. There you go. And if it doesn't fit, that's when you get a fit. Get into a fit. Oh, we're going to add more decoration here. Beautifully flattening out this side of the doorway. Absolutely gorgeous. And then we're just going to add all the other rooftop tiles or whatever it is. There we go. The opposite side. This is the final step for today. 2. This courtyard looks stunning. So Helen says that her family banned her from Lego construction for a few years. Why would that be? I mean, Lego is something that I think is accessible to everyone. And here we go. We are done. Look at how beautiful, how symmetrical that is. With the entrance here, we've got the clock that we built. We've got a little tower that we added here on the side. And then we build up the ramparts. And then last but not least, we added these beautiful stained glass windows here. And on both sides as well. This is really cool. Marion says, the Lego I really want to do is the Saturn V rocket. Yes, that is also a stunning build. Definitely a beautiful display piece as well. And here I'll show you what it looks like. Can you imagine this? We're almost done. This is going to be, there's going to be a roof here. There's going to be a huge tower on this side going up. And then that is going to be this part of the castle. And there will be a second part that's going to be all the way in this direction or this direction, I don't know, which will have a bridge. So this is not even half of the build. That's how big it is going to be. So, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me go back to the camera here. I had a great time. Just building this is not a very complicated step, but it was fun to see the result. It looks beautiful. And, well, as soon as I have some more time, I'll be back with another few steps. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you soon. Take care now.